Hi, I'm Bill Osmolsky with the MacIver Institute, and this is your MacIver News Bulletin. Nobody goes into education for the money. It's hard to believe after a recent data release from the Department of Public Instruction. The MacIver Institute found the average public school administrator in Wisconsin makes almost $130,000 a year in salary and benefits. Dr. Cheatham, the superintendent in Madison last year, made the most, over $300,000 in salary and benefits each year. Dr. Polsey at MPS makes $260,000. Also, there are 58 administrators who work in MPS, and their average pay and benefits is $135,000 a year. However, that compensation pales in comparison to what school districts will soon be spending on green projects if the state Senate gets its way. A bipartisan group of lawmakers wants to bring back the energy efficiency exemption. That loophole allows school districts to tax and spend as much as they want for energy efficiency projects, and they don't have to go to referendum to do it. The program had existed from 2009 to 2018. Lawmakers shut it down after learning districts were using it to fund all their deferred maintenance projects in the name of energy efficiency. So that included new swimming pool pumps, kitchen remodels, and new computers. In total, districts spent over $1.3 billion on these projects. That resulted in higher property taxes without going to referendum. Lawmakers had a public hearing last week on their plans to bring back this loophole and make it permanent. Finally, the state Supreme Court heard oral arguments for a lawsuit challenging laws passed during the extraordinary session in December. Those laws give the legislature a seat at the table when the Attorney General is handling cases involving state law. Lawmakers say they have the power of the purse, and so they should have a say when the Attorney General decides to settle a case.
When you have a settlement that impacts the public fisc, the legislature is the one with the constitutional authority to appropriate that money. That is why not only Wisconsin, but states around the country have determined that it is logical and it is constitutional for the legislature to have a co-equal seat at the table, since it has to be the one signing the checks.
The SEIU is suing the legislature. It claims those new laws are unconstitutional because they violate the separation of powers.
Had the legislature given itself a right to be heard, and it acted independently but didn't substantially interfere with or impose a burden on the executive branch to litigate, that would be one thing, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a provision that allows the legislature to effectively affect the way that the executive branch is exercising its authority.
The extraordinary session laws have already survived a challenge by the League of Women Voters. There is no timeline on when the Supreme Court will decide this case. The MacIver News Service specializes in covering topics that affect individual freedom and the market-driven economy in Wisconsin and beyond. Check us out at www.maciverinstitute.com for regular reports, and be sure to visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky, and this has been your MacIver News Bulletin.